Good day, one and all. Welcome to another edition of Take a Stand. I am your happy and humble host, Matt Mittan. Agnes Cheek, the engineer and producer of the program. Good day to you, Miss Agnes.
Good day.
So, anything happen in the last 48 hours or so? My goodness gracious.
Nothing at all.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That sums it up, yes.
I know there's a lot of people tuned in right now wondering what's going to happen. You know, okay, Matt was suspended yesterday, and what's he going to say? Is he going to apologize for voicing concerns about the mental health of Glenn Beck? I will save the time of everyone who's waiting for that. You're not going to get it. I'm still concerned about the mental stability of Glenn Beck. Okay, so I'll let all of you who are waiting for an apology following my suspension yesterday, you don't have to suffer through the program any longer. Okay, I've just made it easy for you. Thanks for stopping in. Go ahead and hit the grocery store, stock up on Kool-Aid. I am still very concerned about the mental stability of Glenn Beck. And it is not something, I'm not attacking him. I'm not disputing his abilities as a broadcaster. It's not personal. I'm just concerned about someone who has a history that he's very open about is doing too much. He's doing a radio show every day, which is a full-time life. It's a lifestyle, doing a daily talk radio show. He's also doing a daily TV show. He's also written books. He's also doing tours and everything. As one person looking at another in the same industry, I know what's involved at a local, regional, and state type level. I can't imagine what it's like for someone who's the third most listened to host in America. And so Wednesday when I came on the air, and based on his show Wednesday morning, I was concerned. I was genuinely concerned. I still am. And evidently I may not be the only one, because now I'm hearing that he's taking a couple of weeks off. He's taking a couple of weeks vacation or 10 days vacation or something. That's great. I think that's wonderful. As far as the suspension yesterday or anything, yes, there was a suspension yesterday. And so I spent the day shopping with my family in Black Mountain and going out to lunch and enjoying myself. Right now, is that inflammatory to tell you that I enjoyed my day away from the studio? Agnes is nodding her head that yes, it is. It does nothing to change who I am or what I do on this program. As a matter of fact, as we go through a little recap of exactly how we got to where we are right now, where this is a national story, the fact that a local talk show host for 5 minutes on a local small town show voices genuine compassionate concern about another human being ends up becoming national news? What? So let's just start off first too. I guess, you know, there's some people floating around out there. Is it a hoax? Is it an early April Fool's Day joke? You know, because I have a track record of doing April Fool's jokes. There's no hoax or April Fool's joke associated with any of this. None. I came on the show Wednesday and I said, you ever have one of those days that you think you ought to call in sick? Not because you're actually sick. Not because it's sunny and 72 degrees out. Because you just have a feeling that you're in a mood and you know you have things on your heart and on your mind that if you follow through and you state those things, you're probably going to get in trouble. And I said, that's today for me. This was on Wednesday. Because I knew whatever is on my mind, whatever's on my heart, this show for 6 years, I've said exactly what I think and what I'm feeling. And I can't escape it. If I try to not talk about what's on my mind, then it's obvious to everyone listening to the program. What was on my mind since listening to Glenn Beck's show, the opening of his show that day, I listened for like 40 minutes or whatever it was, and people said, look, man, you didn't listen to the whole show. He brought it all together. When he was talking about the triangles and this and that and everything, he even acknowledged it was disjointed. He even so much as apologized to his listeners for how disjointed it all was. So instead of acknowledging that what I had said was actually said by Glenn Beck in his own show within that 3 hours, we have faced unbelievable backlash and vitriol from Glenn Beck fans like we have not seen on just about any issue. Now, the other part of the concern that I expressed on Wednesday was my concern for my neighbors across our region. Concern for understanding not that people are some kind of lemmings or they just follow along blindly, but a lot of people in America are lemmings and follow along blindly. And I was concerned that someone who has a history of problems whether it was substance abuse or mental issues, which he's been very open about, and this is not a condemnation. It's not trying to hurt a man or smear him. It's a genuine concern from one person engaged in a fight for liberty and self-government and constitutional principles to another. Take a break, man. You know, and I said too to people in Western North Carolina, if you're a person of faith, pray for him to give him strength, to give him clarity, to be able to keep things in order and in check. So, the question of the suspension. Yeah, I'm gonna retrace some steps on that and tell you exactly how this all went down yesterday when we get back on Take a Stand.